Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books a crease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden who the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. Here I opened wide the door, deep into that darkness peering. Long I stood there wondering, fearing, but the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. "'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter. When with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more than this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press, ah, nevermore. "Wretch!" I cried, Thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee. Respite, respite, and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore. Tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.